right.
Hi, welcome everyone.
If you're
That's
ever
what you get
listening,
for blowing your wad too soon.
if you ever listen to the Black Tower and you're like, these guys really aren't that funny, it's because I keep forgetting to record the actually really funny bits.
Now
No,
it's
I just
time
wanna-
to be
jokes.
funny.
I just want to throw out there, it's actions that speak louder than words. And there's one person on this show who's used all of their good material before it matters. And one person who lasts a long time. And it's definitely not the person who just made the joke.
Daniel is hoping to get some attention at JordanCon.
All right. So
Ladies!
I thought you guys
Listen,
were going more for contention, but
we're gonna have we're gonna talk to people and just be like, you may have been Eiffel Towered in the past, but have you ever been Black Towered?
Keep going. Is that the song?
I'm
That's
pretty
as
sure
much
that's
as I
a
got.
different category on Pornhub than you think it is. Wait, Andrew? There it is.
There we go.
All right. So this go around, Iris Bear. Choose a number of 1 through 6 for me to choose the spoiler warning we use,
Oh, shit.
if you don't mind. If you don't want to, then that's fine.
And while you're doing that,
4.
hi everybody. Welcome to another
Welcome to the Black Tower
episode
podcast.
of the Black Tower sex
I'll never
position.
say the Black Tower ever again without thinking of a sex move.
You're welcome. That's been my goals from the day we founded this podcast. And it works out. We have an appropriate spoiler warning for the current conversation.
Hey, nice.
So-
Oh, God.
All right.
Oh,
Who has intro
Okay.
this go around?
I can breathe. Maybe.
So yeah, hi guys. Welcome.
Black Tower
Thank you very much
podcast.
for
You're
being
here. We're here.
Indeed. You
Thank
may
you.
know us from such illustrious episodes as What is Mad or What is This Madness? And Red Rod Terangriels and Where to Put Them. And
Talmanes is a badass.
and Dalmatis is a I am one of your lovely, illustrious hosts, Daniel, your Amin Khan Mahale, and I am joined, as always, by my 2 amazing co-hosts who always make me laugh like crazy.
I am Josh, the sort of on Mahale, and I can't word right now. I've been laughing too damn hard because of these assholes.
I can't word.
And I am Andrew, your Bajan Mahel. And before we introduce our guest, we're going to go ahead and throw some saucy plugs at you. Make sure you go over to our website, www.blacktowerpod.com. Did you know that the Black Tower Podcast has its very own website? No? Well, then make sure you head on over to www.blacktowerpod.com for even more Black Tower Podcast tainty goodness. On our site, you can find all of our social media links conveniently located towards the bottom left if you're on a computer. There are links to the Facebook page, our Twitter, our YouTube, and our Instagram. So you can keep up to date with us by finding all of our social media there. Also on our website, you can find a link to the forums that we have, where we have all kinds of discussions and, as Morshadi has done plenty of times, run naked through the forums. No worries, there's no pictures. We turned off the cameras for that. You can find links to Black Tower Podcast merch, both on new creations by Jen and from Spreadshirt, where you can find any of our designs that we've ever put out, and you can go and get yourself whatever kind of merchandise you want, be it shirts, glasses, aprons for cooking, bags, hats, buttons, anything that you want, you can find in between the 2 merch shops that we have. Website also has a very quick and accessible link for our Discord, where you can come and join all of the fantastic tainty discussions that we have in our Discord server. We do have sections for spoiler and non-spoiler content, so you can come and enjoy something for you if you have finished a series, or something for you if you haven't finished a series. Another key feature is our Dragonsworn On Demand section, where you can automatically see the most recent 5 videos from our YouTube that will play on an automatic playlist for you on the website. A quick button to get to our YouTube there as well, and you can just listen to the most recent 5 episodes that we have posted on Podbean. If you're curious about events and things we have coming up, we also have the Black Tower calendar, where you can go and look and see when we generally do our live Patreon recordings, when our episodes go live, and any events and things that we have coming up that we can put on the calendar. A quick link to our Patreon, where you can join and get access to all kinds of different content, including pre-recordings, and depending on the tier, early access to episodes, shout outs, all that kind of fun stuff. And of course, we will update the Patreon whenever we do have the updates ready to go live. We are still working on that. That is coming as of right now. Make sure you head on over to our website, where you can literally get access to anything that we have and we put out, as well as our Dragonsworn On Demand. That is a running list of the 5 most recent audio and video episodes that we have done. Sometimes the video is different than the audio, because like we did before this episode, we record BTP Reacts. So now that we record on Tuesdays, we can't always do it right after the news.
Yeah,
but that's fine, because then
delayed. But that's okay.
Because now what we can do is we can wait for Lauren and Dusty Will and those others to put videos out, and we can know all of the stuff, so we don't speculate on stuff and get it completely wrong. So it's actually
you can learn from their learn the lessons.
Yeah. When you are done with blacktowerpod.com, don't quite leave the page yet, because if
blacktowerpod.com,
go
or at
scroll
least
down.
blacktowerpod.com is never done.
Yeah. So when you're done getting your fill of blacktowerpod.com and you want to check out something else that is equally amazing, you'll see a picture of a fantastic chibi that was also drawn by Memo Art. And above it will say the Crystal Barista. All right. Sorry to interrupt whatever you may be watching or listening to, whatever topic we're covering right now, but we absolutely have to take a moment to talk about and thank our friend Josh's better half and the longtime sponsor and supporter of the Black Tower podcast. Of course, this is the Crystal Barista. Whether you seek crystals and minerals and the like for their cleansing, healing, and positive vibes, or you just enjoy them and think they look pretty neat, you can find anything you could possibly want with crystals and minerals here at crystalbarista.com. With everything from individual pieces that can be ordered to monthly subscription boxes, there is something here for absolutely everyone, for every occasion, for whatever you could possibly want. There's no way you can't find something that you would like in her store. On the website crystalbarista.com, you can browse by different categories, including the subscription boxes, minerals and fossils, crystal healing, stone jewelry, all the way to just the raw slabs of whatever may be being sold. And if you're more budget conscious and you want to look at anything that is limited by price, you can look for anything that is from $0 to almost $25, $25 to $50, and then anything that may be over $50. Now, if you are a rock hound and you want to get some really good tools to help you in your hounding, the Crystal Barista provides those as well. And you can find those on the same website. It's a very user-friendly website. You can find absolutely anything you need for your rock hounding, mineral, crystal, fossil needs. Now, going through the website, you can also find links to the Crystal Barista's Twitter, the Crystal Barista's Facebook, as well as the Crystal Barista's Instagram, and a couple other things. Make sure you go and follow the Crystal Barista on Twitter at RockPick, RockPick, to get updates as they come out and to be up to date on what exactly is going on with the Crystal Barista. She does like to throw up things on Twitter that may be available for you to get at slightly cheaper prices, but more commonly you can find that over on the Crystal Barista Facebook. So again, same name on Facebook, RockPick, and you'll be looking for the page that says Crystal Barista, formerly Rockpick Legend Company. Facebook is a good place for updates for the Crystal Barista. And if you just like to look at pictures and kind of see everything that's going on, mixed in with some updates, hit up the Crystal Barista on Instagram. You can find her at the Crystal Barista. Again, that's barista with one R, Barista, which I think is the only way to spell it. But we all know how much trouble I have with spelling. So make sure you go over and check out what the Crystal Barista has to offer, and tell her that the Black Tower podcast sent you.
You may have noticed we have some guests with us.
Oh, no. I got the intro. I worked on an intro for our puppets.
Yeah,
Andrew.
Josh, shut
Well,
your
I was just going to
stupid
say,
Crystal Barista
you may notice
mouth.
we have some guests with us. Andrew.
Should we have been
What?
shutting up this
Dude.
whole time?
Yeah,
No, of course
you're fine.
not. We would have told
patiently
you.
waiting. Oh fuck!
So, ladies and gentlemen, you've already seen them. You've already heard them, not only on our show, but on their show over on YouTube. It is my pleasure to introduce the positively prolific purveyors of puppetry perfection, the Way of the Leaf.
Yes! Positively.
Positively prolific purveyors
Wow,
of puppetry
what
perfection.
wonderful.
What is that, alliteration?
What's
Wor-
wonderful?
need
like
to
whimsically worded words wafting in my
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Ryan, I
Ryan.
found there was simply sexy syllables slipping seamlessly side. Fuck. Side. All right.
those are fun,
Was it
fucking
three
fantastic
throw
Fun, that's
phrases.
fun.
Pharaoh
Fun-
Ashaman threatening to overthrow the theme of the. I don't have anything else.
You got to keep alliterating. Come on.
The theme of the theremin.
We're
There
gonna
we
alliterate
go.
the entire show, guys. Come on.
We're not doing that. That would hurt me.
I don't have that brain
The,
power.
the sloppy
I would so much
surnames
rather be
of
turning
the
into-
simple and silly suck faces.
Jesus Christ, Josh.
My brain is barred from barraging the bountiful
Surreptitiously
beauties listening to this
surrendering.
podcast with alliteration.
Surreptitiously
Surrendering.
singing songs
So our guests that are such
of salaciousness.
puppetry, such purveyors.
As soon as we say puppets, they know who they are.
professional,
They know.
puppet,
Are there any others?
the way of the leaf.
Oh,
Well, we did discuss
look
that
at-
Rafe may be a puppet.
Right?
You
You never know who's a puppet.
your
Some
kindness
of
is
my best friends have been puppets all along, and I didn't know.
I see 2 fully individuated humans and 3 puppets of the man.
your kindness is only surpassed by your exceptional facial hair, gentlemen.
We pride ourselves in being puppet allies. So you always have a home at the Black
We
Tower.
are human allies, I think. Are we allies?
Wait, think?
Did you introduce me as Brother Donatello?
Well, we haven't. Not yet. But you are Brother Donatello.
Brother Donatello.
And then we have Asha Manley Ryan. And you may recognize him from his exceptional chest hair.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
And it's drawn on abs.
And his
Yes.
brilliantly drawn on abs that
He has the
are
words.
totally not fake.
The words abs
Brother,
drawn on his stomach.
what are you using that voice for?
Because
We adopted the epic voice. I was born in it, molded by it.
Oh, are we doing
I
epic
didn't
voices
hear
tonight?
a
Is that
normal
tonight's?
accent until I was already a man.
Wait, do you have something in your
will
mouth?
do
I can't
the
understand you,
show.
Daniel.
In high
What's up?
chant.
Okay,
Oh.
just because it's high chant doesn't mean you have to be high.
That's what it is.
That's really it.
No, man, no.
Daniel,
Hey,
that's
no, no,
misinformation.
guys, I've been to enough concerts. I know what high chant is. High chant goes, "Hey, man, what are you
No,
doing?"
they only
Are
perform
you-
it at
hey.
Grateful Dead concerts.
Hey, man.
And fish.
You
No,
take
no,
my
there's all
lighter?
kinds of concerts they're at. Yeah, and it's
Okay.
Hey, and everything goes
You
up at
man.
the end. Man.
Take a look on the
welcome,
side.
young ones.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, I've spoken high chant quite a few times at concerts myself.
Well,
Mhm.
Alive.
we're here. where it's the Black Tower. It's the Leaf Brothers, and they are honorary Oshamanleys.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are the first,
That's
correct?
right.
Thank
You are the first Oshamanleys. That is true.
First and only?
I
So
think
far.
you were also
Yes.
the first honorary Ashaman as well.
Mm-hmm.
There have been a few additions.
Yep. We tried
But
to
you, I
test
believe, were the
them
first.
to see if they could channel Sidene, but their hands caught on fire. It was apparently fire and puppets don't mix.
This feels way better than it should, guys. This feels awesome to me.
That's what she said.
And I want some dragon pins, goddammit.
What's funny is Dan said the same thing when I first told him, but he's on so many lewds, he just forgot it completely. He's like, "Whoa, we're all Shamanleys."
It's the only puppets. Join
It's
their
like,
only puppets.
it's like Memento with this guy.
Before
I'm
we
sorry,
go
what?
further, I was asked for a beard update on from
That's
the
true.
Registered Nerd. So for all of you listening at home who can't see the video right now, I actually got 2 new jobs within the last few weeks, one of which was not going to allow me to keep the beard. So I took it all off. I shaved it all off because I needed to do training with them. Well, the other job that I got, which is now my only job, wait, hang on,
Only fans.
Hey, yo.
is
yeah,
actually
one and only.
100% fine with me having a beard, and therefore I am working it back up. It's about a week deep now.
It is beautiful.
and,
Actually,
by
didn't HR
2
request
weeks
you to
in,
grow the beard?
Black
Yeah, 'cause-
Tower HR did. Yes.
Yeah.
The beige Aja.
Yeah, Dan got a
beige
job
gar.
at Bears R Us.
Did
The beige
specifically
gar.
say that I needed to bring the beard back. But
HR Gar.
I am yes, indeed, the beige gar. I am working on it. I should actually have the facial hair that actually looks good on me, or at least better than many other options, in about a week. So by the time we're done with JordanCon, I should be back up to my old self.
Yeah,
Which
and
is
by the
funny because
time
I'm getting a beard trim and groom right before I
Ooh.
fly out. So
Ooh.
my beard is gonna be on fleek for
So
JordanCon.
pay attention to that, because as you are listening to this episode, it is the morning, and at least 2 of us are knee deep and elbow deep in the opening ceremonies of JordanCon, because we're going to swap around
yeah.
our release schedule.
That's
Sounds
right.
kinky.
Yeah, and we're going to
It is.
release this episode with The Way of the Leaf on the morning of JordanCon this Friday. So, patrons, you might get like a day and a half of early access for this episode. We just couldn't resist the temptation to put our puppetry.
It's too good of an episode to pass
out
up
there.
on.
It
Yeah.
is.
So, with all that being
before-
said,
Yeah.
before we get too far into the nitty-gritty topic of this here committee, we have a spoiler warning that is much in line with much of our conversation leading up to this point. I present to you, courtesy of one of our fantastic patrons and a fellow content creator, the Gleeman,
Let's go.
a spoiler warning that will definitely satisfy your tainty heart.
I am so happy right now.
The Black Tower stands fully erect.
When the tower is bulging at full erectness, you must protect yourself from tainty spoilers.
Your spoiler condom must cover the immense girthiness of all 14 books of Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time.
With an itty bitty tip at the top for the prequel New Spring.
If your condom is too small, you will get tainty spoiler jizz all up in your eye.
Or
You
have been warned.
Don't get spoiled.
Guys,
That's just
guys, my PSA for today is to avoid tainty spoiler jizz.
Yeah, is
In
that
your
one of the
eyes.
wait,
All up in
save
your
that for
eye.
the life lesson discussion, Dan.
Anywhere.
Yeah,
life
not
lesson
even
number
just the
1:
eye.
avoid tainty
I
spoilers.
recommend avoiding tainty spoiler jizz in the eyeballs, definitely,
Yeah.
but also
You
up
should-
the nose and in the mouth. Those are also not great.
Keep it away from all orifices.
Yeah.
Wait. Then there'd be no
the
baby?
spoilers. The
Whoa,
spoilers.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
oh, oh.
Not.
Oh, I see.
No. Non-spoiler jizz is what you want to get in there because that makes the best babies.
Oh,
I don't know. I drink pineapple juice, so it's not tainty.
Well, there you go.
Since you're a puppet, does it like come out like yarn, like string?
stop!
Oh,
Okay, we're done. Okay,
No!
tonight's episode we will be discussing the Wheel of Time.
What's the
Like a-
speed
it's like a
at which
Mr.
your,
Bill episode.
thread comes
Puppet
out?
physiology.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Tonight's episode, we will be discussing concepts and precepts and items and instances all the way through the fullness of the series. It will be in all of the books.
What's even
And
funnier is I think somebody came into the live recording just as I was saying that.
Well, yes. So let me welcome Ace Cards, our friend Village Mattress, who just joined so he can watch.
oh, hell yeah.
right now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes.
you. Welcome to the show. And thank you for your patronage.
I hope your first listen, the first thing you heard when you joined was well worth it.
So tonight we will be discussing different concepts. As I said, concepts, precepts, and intercepts from the show. But basically, gleaning and surmising the wisdom, the life nuggets of wisdom, the wisdom nuggetry that Robert Jordan is passing on to us. What can we learn from the Wheel of Time?
And
What-
now we're going over to
what
Courtney to
life
find out what we
lessons
learned today.
Did angsty teen Josh learn while he was reading A Path of Daggers?
I don't know, Josh. The only person who could tell us that would be Josh.
Give up and cry. Just give
Okay.
up and cry. Find yourself in a
Okay.
corner.
All right.
And
Thanks,
cry.
guys, for joining in. Bye.
That is all
right, guys,
the wisdom we need.
Now that the episode is done, we'd like to
What did you
no,
learn
but for
from this
real.
week's episode of The Black Tower? Just give up and cry.
Just-
give up
we
and cry.
just want to know what kinds of things, as you were reading through the books, maybe this is a thing you could put, the first time you read through, different bits that really kind of helped you, gave you a little bit of a purpose. And then, 10 years later, when the series is done and you read through again, or maybe on your 10th reread, when you're still learning new things, like how many toes Avienda had at the end of the series is not the same number of toes she had at the beginning of the series.
Wait, what?
What
She has that. She
did
has
you
way too
learn?
much toe.
In the stories that helped you in your life.
Yeah, I think though at the beginning of the story she had a serious lack of toe. By the middle of the series, she has acquired much toe, and then by the end of the series, she has lost many of the toe.
She did lose some toes.
Well,
Yeah.
I got one for you.
Okay, hit us, Andrew.
Growing up,
Hit me with your life lesson.
growing up, and I'm not saying that
Lesson.
this is right or anything, but
Guys, you're being very rude right now, Andrew.
I'm
I'm
guys,
sorry. Pat Benatar.
you
Andrew,
sound
you're
used to it.
gonna
I
tell us-
am. I just keep talking anyway.
All right, go ahead,
Representative
Andrew.
had like
Sorry.
one life
Sorry.
lesson and he's
Let
gonna
Andrew
tell us
have
it
the
now.
floor.
Come on, guys.
All right.
Gentlemen will be silent while Andrew has the floor.
Brother Dan's being assaulted by a mysterious hand.
Attack on Titans.
I got him,
Yeah.
boys.
Okay.
But so growing up, the way my parents kind of taught me to look at bullying was kind of you can take it, and if they're bothering you, they're not bothering somebody else that maybe cannot take it. And though I'm incredibly anti-bullying, see our appearance on the Cyber Smile fundraiser where we did nothing about Wheel of Time and just shaved.
Yeah, that was
It was a unique perspective.
it was a vibe.
That I appreciated much more later on. It's a bit of a kind of an honor in suffering for the right reasons kind of thing. And for me, that kind of mentality got super reinforced by the series by Rand, because he does a lot of suffering that, at least from his point of view, is for a very justifiable reason. It's for a very honorable reason. Many times it can be seen as detrimental to the series, but for him, it's all coming from a good place. So, that being said, my nugget of wisdom for that is that suffering doesn't always have to be miserable, that there can be a good motive and a good reason behind it. You can be very honorable in your suffering.
I like that.
Which I think is very
really
much
do
IL.
like that. Yes, there is much G in that, as it were.
And those who bully others have much toe.
Much toe.
My toes are beautiful.
They are beautiful.
I think that's an amazing point, Andrew. And if we think about like what Rand has to go through to kind of ascend, right? There's a lot of religious factions who believe that it is only through corporal like suffering that you could transcend like bodily needs and get to like godhood. There's many religious sects that flog themselves, do like many months of fasting, like all the extremes are out there for, and people are just around the world trying to achieve greatness through asceticism of the highest order. And I think like there's something to be said about like having, I don't think like our buddy Rand like chose necessarily like he didn't want to like go through all that bullshit, but had the fortitude and the resiliencies to go through it. But in the end though, like he was able to transcend. And I think that there's something to be said about like how we deal with like the vagaries of life. And are we going to allow that to diminish us, or are we going to transcend through what we have to suffer through just the bare existence, basically?
Yeah, and you see it in a lot of places.
I absolutely love that.
Machiavelli wrote that you can't see the valley unless you stand on the mountain, and you can't see the mountain unless you stand in the valley. You have the age-old military expression of "embrace the suck," that kind of thing. So
it's kind of a thing, though.
I mean, I think that was said in the shower a little bit too much, also, though.
Well,
I heard don't drop the soap and embrace suck.
Embrace the suck.
I have very different types of showers, my friend.
Close your eyes and embrace the suck.
I feel like mine, so we're good.
Go ahead, brother.
I will jump on what Ryan is saying in regards to Rand. What we can learn from Rand, in my eyes, is that ultimate power does not mean that you will not fail. And there are absolutely times where he fails and he is forced to reflect upon that failure or that lack of I'll stick with fail. Rand does fail.
Not a failure, it's just a lack of success.
Fake.
Learn to fail upwards. My whole life I've been failing upwards.
And he does beat his own ass up about it. He has this list of women that he flogs himself with nightly in his dreams, and he does not let this responsibility go to an unhealthy level. However, we as the readers say, Rand, you need to move on. You need to accept that this is a failure that will happen in your position of power. You can't embrace all these individual things. So we accept it more than Rand. As we're reading it, we're like, come on, dude. Come on.
Bruh.
Dude, understand. And so that's what I would say.
Have our perspective reading this story about you. God
Dummy.
Damn it.
Dummy.
We know everything. God.
I would say in regards to Rand, what I've learned most, I wouldn't say most, but to contribute to this conversation, is that you need to fail at times, and they are learning opportunities. They are ways to grow instead of supposedly anchors or these ball and chain that Rand kind of carries around with them. We as the reader sees that he is doing it wrong. And that is a lesson perhaps that, in recognizing that he is struggling through that himself.
I like it.
I really like that. These are two very big facets that a lot of people sort of, I feel like they gloss over in life a lot. Failure is a part of the journey. Failure is a part of mastery. And, you know, there's that
It's not the
meme that
mountain,
goes around
it's
and
the
says, what's the
climb.
difference between the master and the novice? And it's because
The
the master has
failed
failed.
more times than the novice has ever even tried.
It's like we finish each other's sentences.
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches. That's what I was gonna say.
Sexual escapades.
And then to be there to take responsibility and to take upon a mantle of suffering for the sake of others. I think these are two very, very, very powerful aspects of specifically of Rand's journey, but also Perrin's journey, Egwene's journey,
everybody's.
Matt's journey, everybody in these series. And this is one of the reasons I love it so much is you get Gawain's journey. I mean, they're very flawed people.
You do not have infallible people. You're right.
Yes. They're very flawed people,
I think-
and they are people who are doing their best. Does it infuriate us at times? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and
But-
I was gonna say that I think that that's the most part of Moraine's journey, if you actually look at it, because she has to hang out with Matt and Perrin and Rand for a long time, and that is suffering no one should have to bear.
Yeah.
And it is only for a greater purpose that she actually does it and doesn't just murder every single one of them, because holy shit, those boys are obnoxious.
She's
Well,
been
and
there
her
the whole
journey is
time,
a journey of
service
failure
before
as
self,
well.
Service before self.
Service above self,
Service
service
before
above
self.
self, service above self, service above self.
But
Right. How many
her
times
journey
does
is a journey
Don't
of
kill
failure as
Rand.
well.
Don't
Right.
do it. Don't
Moraine,
kill him.
but Moraine is great about responding and rebounding from her own failures.
Yes,
She'll be
exactly.
like, I
Well, and-
did not expect this. I was not anticipating this. This was something that and she's troubled by things, but she adapts.
Well, and I think I mean one of my favorite quotes goes back to what Josh was talking about the master and the novice and whatnot, is that a failure isn't actually a failure if you learned something. Like, yeah,
Right.
you didn't actually get your goal, but in the famous words of Thomas Edison, who was kind of a piece of shit, but was actually a brilliant piece of shit.
Flavor.
He didn't find
Wicked
10,000 failures. He found 10,000 ways of not building a light bulb. And he only ever needed one. And we still fucking use them to this day.
Yeah.
So, like, again, did he actually fail 10,000 times? Or did he succeed in figuring out a light bulb once?
Exactly.
Right.
And
Yep.
you know, Bruce Lee once said, mistakes are always forgivable if you have the courage to admit them.
Yes.
And this is what makes Moraine such a powerful character, because in the series, she does make mistakes. She is fallible. She's just as flawed and fallible as the rest of the characters in the series, with one exception. She has the ability to look at it and go, okay, I fucked up. This time I'm going to do this. I'm going to fix it. We're going to make it better. And she is always there. Doesn't matter how dark things get, how far down she is. She's
No
right there
one
and she
is
goes,
so gone to the shadow that they cannot be brought back.
and
No
she says, you know,
situation is so gone to the shadow that it can't be brought back.
Okay,
Even-
Josh, but then to your point, my second thing that I would say we've learned is that knowledge is power, and communication, it beats hiding shit. And Moraine does not learn this at all.
You
Which
know who else
we've
doesn't
discussed
learn this at
as-
all?
which
Gawain.
we've discussed as one of the big flaws of the White Tower, is their scheming and compartmentalizing their own intel and their own, way forward. They cripple themselves. They hamstring themselves because
Right. Right. And
Yeah,
Rand, go ahead, Ryan.
No, I mean you learn in New Spring that the different objects have weaves that
Andrew
are
has a
hidden from each other.
Yeah, they have hidden weaves. You're right. Yeah.
No, you learn that in the main series, that even like, again, Moraine talks about going ahead and having discovered her talent for listening.
Yep.
And she keeps it very much a secret, partially because, again, I mean, if you tell everybody that you have this, ability to listen, they're gonna sit there and be like, how many fucking conversations have you listened?
Yeah, but if you look, and Edward Snowden's like, "Hey guys, Moraine is."
Edward, and we're like, "Throw him in jail, Pater." Pater Snowden.
Hi, I'm Maureen Damager. How about you have a seat?
Pater Snowden.
But Rand is right to not really trust Moraine because she does not handle things as well as she should have. And most of it is based on communication. He's left dangling on a string, and he's like, "Well, fuck this. I want to cut the string, and I don't even want your healing anymore. You're a bad person," which was a reaction to her actions. She kind of just ghosted him, and he's like, "Well, fuck. I thought we had a thing. Where's my DMs?"
Oh, ouch.
Well,
no, I like it. Honestly, communication is key is like probably the biggest lesson that we can all learn from Wheel of Time. It's also kind of low-hanging fruit, which is why I'm glad that A, you chose it as your second one, but B, it still got said, because like, holy fucking shit. I'm glad that A pulled out a better one. And also B, there is no other lesson you should take from this series. Like, honestly, communication is key is the only thing you should fucking take from Wheel of Time. You get anything else, it's just a bonus. Like,
right.
What's the meme, right? Where it's like Anakin standing before the council, he's like, I wish to be a Jedi Master, and they go, "Cool, we welcome you to the ranks of the Jedi Master." Directed by Riley.
Nope, direct council.
And it's like that's it. I feel like the Wheel of Time would be like ended in book 1 if Moraine was one of you are the Dragon Reborn, and we need to go and make sure that the world doesn't die.
And by the way, it's probably you that looks like the IL.
Right?
Hey guys,
it's the guy who doesn't look
probably
like
you.
Anyone else here.
I love the idea of that, Josh, but I do also love how she stands there after he like knows he is and is like, "You're the Dragon Reborn, you know that, right?" And he's like, no, don't say things like that. Stop it.
That is not funny.
So says you.
You take that back right now. You take that back.
What were you saying, Ryan?
Oh, I was gonna say,
He forgot.
Maybe I'll remember what I was gonna say.
All these cats started running around. Huh?
Yeah, like, and I'm a rocking chair, and these are long-tailed cats. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well,
Okay,
sorry, brother Ryan, Asha Manley Ryan.
I will remember.
I will say one of the things that I learned, or one of the things that I took for the show, is that things are going to happen. Things are going to happen in your life, and one of the things is listening to the audiobooks. Robert Jordan talks about the nature of prophecy and nature of the savior or the prophesized one, where you come up to someone, you say, "You're going to be the savior of the world," and he says he always had a problem in movies when people would go, "Cool."
Yeah, dun.
He says he thought there was a lot more self-interest involved, where people would be like, "Yeah, okay, cool." And I feel like all of us were not destined to save the world.
Whatever you say, you crazy Massima.
Josh, hey, if you're not fighting, you're complicit.
Hey,
Wow.
pick a side. Pick a side, would you?
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Okay, this moment has been brought to you by the Dropkick Murphys.
Gulp.
Wasn't
one of the lessons that I picked up was that life is going to happen whether you want it to or not. You don't have control over what other people are going to do. And we learned this in Kyrian especially. Other people are going to make judgments and decisions based on what you do. If I do this, if I walk into a tavern and I go, they're going to read 15 volumes into my facial expression just now, and I have no say or control over that.
Well, I mean, if you suck at ASMR.
Or if you don't know the weaves for compulsion.
Well, guys, so have you ever considered like the scene that Rand did where he walks out, he whips out those 2 parchments, one from the king and one from Talmadge, and he just looks at them and nods and goes, okay, and leaves, and then hears people talking. I mean, can you imagine that whole scene working out? Like Rand being like,
severe in armor.
No. Remember
armor. Okay, bye.
Because like I love the people in the common room versus the people out on the street, where he gets the 2 letters and one's from King Galdrian and the other one's from Barthanas.
Oh, Balthanas, yeah, that's what I meant.
And he goes ahead and he picks up the 2 letters and he goes, into the fire with you. And Huron grabs his arm and goes, I swear to Jesus.
you fucking
I swear
under
to
the
you,
light and by my hope of rebirth. If you burn those
swear
scrolls.
to the dragon reborn that if you throw those into the fire, you are going to start a shitstorm.
I swear to
not fucking.
Such a
I
bad
swear to
action.
you.
You have
No,
to
no,
swear
no,
to a
Lord Ray.
Messiah,
No,
not part of
Lord
your
Ray.
timeline.
No.
No. In the new spring, Moraine gets several invitations to parties before her acceptance to Aestheticism, and she throws those in the fire herself.
Yep.
She
circle.
also makes the same. But
Because
And she says,
it's weird that like time is like cyclical and like people make the same mistakes over and over again.
and the point being, as
I
we
keep
progress
crashing into my neighbor's
through
car.
life, we can make decisions now that will help us later on in life.
Yep.
Now, they try to teach us this concept with high school. Oh, you got to get good grades. If you don't get good grades in high school, you'll never get a job.
Get good, Scrub.
That's a lie.
What?
That is a lie.
I was on
Nobody
student council.
Scrubs was already a good
cares.
show. What are you talking about?
About your high school grades.
I was
Nobody
on
will
student
ever
council,
say,
and I-
we would like to hire you, but first, what was your high school GPA? That's never going to happen.
Yep.
Ever.
What
They're trying to teach you is that if you work hard, you will build habits that will help you in your professional life. But they don't say that.
Take this.
They say, "Oh, get
It'll
good
help
grades."
you on your journey. It's dangerous to go alone.
We
So
had a
it makes
teacher. We had a teacher that used the phrase "academic death." If you do not do something, this is academic death, and this is when we were juniors in high school.
What a terrifying phrase to hear as a junior.
Yes.
My parents, my teachers just kept telling me to take my hands out of my pants.
They're like, Brian, stop. Stop
Shit, sorry.
scratching.
Wait,
And he was the teacher at the time, which was
Feels good
you-
when I itch.
Why did you have pants on? Just lose the bottom half. Why were you walking around with all that baggage?
I've learned.
Yeah, there we
since.
go. There we go.
I've learned
See?
since pants are just a gateway to probation.
The important thing here is that the lesson that I learned when reading these books is that you get a lot of situations that you have no control over, things that you can't control what other people are going to do, and so you have to make the best of it that you can and move on. Almost a damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead type scenario.
Life
Is
is
this-
too hard.
Is this what it's like working with the Black Tower, your folks here, Josh? Are you telling
It
us
is.
what it's really like to
Damn
be
the
in this?
torpedoes, full speed
That's
ahead,
right.
all the time.
Just can't control what they're gonna do.
All day, every day, buddy.
I'm feeling
All
you,
day,
Josh.
every day.
So is it that
All right, Ryan.
the whole duty is a mountain thing, Josh?
It is. And I loved when Lon said that, because it made me happy in my life. Because as an angsty teenager, you're always like, maybe I should just die, and the world would be better. And then when Lon's like,
Well, maybe I should just not be alive.
She's an old maid.
Joseph,
No, Mary, don't you know me?
Well, you look like the kind of guardian angel I'd get.
I'm gonna scream and faint.
Yes, perfect. Perfect.
Sam.
Reacting to those situations and keeping on your toes, quick thinking, those kinds of things, like critical thinking. Those are things I learned from these books, because it didn't matter which character it was. You could see characters like Rand making stupid mistakes, like Gawain making stupid mistakes, and never
Gawain doesn't
learning
require
from
critical
them.
thinking. That's why he's so bad.
But that's my
Right.
point exactly. Even Elaine, it takes her so long to start learning
really-
from her mistakes.
Will kill the
Does she
person
ever?
who puts them on.
I think she does eventually.
She does.
Gawain, if you put the rings on, you're gonna die. Shiny ring.
Hold my beer.
Wait, if I put one ring on, I will die? Better put on 5 just to make sure.
Hey, challenge
Like
accepted.
olives
I
at
don't know,
Thanksgiving.
To be fair,
To be fair.
if I was in that situation and somebody was like, "Hey, Daniel, if you put one of those rings on, you're gonna die," I'd be like, "Then 5 of them's not gonna change."
Right.
I mean, okay, that's
Yeah.
a fair point.
Wait, how many do we have? We have 10. Holy shit! Let's go.
Let's load the
Let's
fuck
go.
up. Let's see an infinity gauntlet of fluttering
I'm a
knives.
Hulk out, man. Let's do it.
Indeed. All right, Ryan, what is your life lesson that we can take from the Wheel of Time?
My life lesson that I want to take from the Wheel of Time is balance. I think that
Balance not just for karate, balance for whole life.
well, yeah, exactly. Balance in every aspect of an individual's, being. So how are we going to get better? We can achieve balance. I feel like tonight I have offered you fuckers the highest brow humor and the lowest brow humor, and I've completed the balance. I'm come full circle. I'm gonna go into the Dharma pose, and I'm gonna transcend. I'm gonna level up
Dharma
before
and
your
Greg
eyes.
pose?
I'm gonna
What?
become a Charizard and to a Charmander, if that's
You
how it
are
works.
the flame and the fang.
I'm the yeah. So I think for me, in my second reread, it's been all about balance.
I love it.
Nice.
I love it. And you see the characters who are more imbalanced are more successful or have less tribulation and trial throughout the series. I would agree.
All those gymnasts and Val and Lucas, they're great. They have so much.
They're
balance.
great. They're
So
happy.
balanced. Oh my god, they're so happy.
So many layers.
Definitely
Dude,
not a trick
every
of air
time-
or anything like that.
That one time that Elaine walks on the rope without the power helping her, like fucking the happiest she's ever fucking been, I tell you what.
The second closest Nynaeve has ever been to a heart attack.
The first was when she got over her block, right?
I mean,
No, the block is
Did
after
she
the
really
vision.
ever get over that?
Yeah, she did.
Dan and I have like really wondered what it would be like to be like Nynaeve and Land's child.
You either live long enough to overcome your block or you die submerged in half a boat.
Yeah, Daniel's feeling it.
So my
go with it,
teacher,
Daniel.
my teacher was
I
upset
can
with
just
me.
fucking see Lon and Nynaeve's kid, and it's like, bottle it all up. Bottle it all up.
Yes, dude.
No. Here's what it would
Right in your
be.
fucking
bottle
heart.
rocket.
It's never
Here's-
gonna explode. It's never gonna boom.
Yeah, it turns into
explosions,
fucking
kills
Ramsey
everybody
Bolton.
And then Malkir dies for a third time.
No, what I would think, Daniel, on the contrary, is that the kids would be pretty well adjusted, but they would show up like they're 8 years old. They come home, and Nynaeve's like, "Hey, how was school?" And she's like, "Oh, you know what? The teacher actually put me in the corner because she said I was talking to my friend and I passed a note, but I didn't do it."
And then Nynaeve goes, "Nobody puts baby in a corner." And then goes
Yes.
straight down to
Yes.
school.
Nynaeve goes and talks
She
to the
turns into Miss
principal.
Piggy.
Yeah. I'm angry. Yeah. And
balance is a good one. balance, because I mean the whole damn story is all about balance. The light and the dark and the good and the creator and
Yes.
the dark one and the whole
The village
thing is
council and the
about
wisdom circle or whatever.
the women's circle. Absolutely. Although I feel like my hair is getting long enough, can I put it in a braid?
Please.
I mean, definitely with
Please.
that attitude. Let's do it. Let's go.
See ya. I'm gonna put it right in a braid right now.
You know, to
So I can-
piggyback off of balance.
You just said piggyback. I'm
Balance.
sure.
Yep, that's exactly why I said it. Collaboration. The greatest works of human history in the Wheel of Time were done when male and
Accurate.
female channelers collaborated. Sidene is cleansed by the collaboration of male and female channelers. The entirety of humanity is saved by the collaboration of the nations and male and female channelers.
You know what else happens when you collaborate?
You bring puppets onto your show and they elevate the level of your show to a level henceforth not known.
Exactly. Yeah. Bingo.
You challenge the depths of your soul.
Except for the last time we had the puppets on.
When it had to become a 2-part episode.
We enjoy your felty goodness.
We did do 2 episodes. Right?
Yeah, we're like, we're just
We
gonna
will
have
not
to cut
stop
this in
talking.
2. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of our episodes are just chaos at this point. Which is,
I mean-
here we go. Here's my braid. I'm a woman in the women's circle.
There you go. Be
No.
angry. Be angry. Oh,
Tug it, tug it,
Cut off
tug
for a
it.
moment when he pulls too
All
hard
right.
and all of
All
his
right,
hair comes
Andrew,
off.
braid your beard.
All right.
I
everyone
couldn't
in
do
chat.
a braid to save my life.
angry.
All right,
Maybe
I
we'll
would
do
say-
that at JordanCon. I'll let Josh braid my beard since he's so skilled.
I will. I'm gonna braid the hell out of his beard now.
Dude, get
Can you do a fish
cornrows.
braid?
Beard cornrows?
Oh, I can kind of do a
Bro.
French braid. A little bit.
Fish braid. The old fashioned fish braid.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know what a fish braid is.
Sexy.
I
It's
don't either.
sexy braid, man.
you-
I don't know. I don't know what a fish
Braiding
braid
is not one of the lessons I learned in the Wheel of Time. But I tell you another lesson I
what-
did learn.
Yeah. Oh, please do.
Oh, what a segue!
That's amazing.
All right. I'm
Pro. What a
good.
pro.
Was your lesson
One
the
of the other
sexy look
lessons I
from
learned
Bearline?
was I loved the idea of Giotto. And I always felt like owning up to your mistakes.
You mean karma?
That's what I
'Cause
always
we've
said
already
every
learned-
time my ex took off her socks. Gee, a toe.
Nice.
They
And
call
they-
me.
Well, guys, this is
And
a
they
really
call
fun
me
episode.
what?
Next week, join Josh and I as we do our own.
Guys, comedy's hard. Guys, tip your waitresses.
Yeah. Good thing you guys are
Tip your
editing.
waitresses,
You
that's
guys
for
are
damn
editing,
sure.
right?
No, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh,
Yeah, when Andrew told me this was
Giotto.
an edited show, I was like, really?
like-
You guys
so-
edit?
so we get the scene where Egwene
Not much.
approaches the wise ones and tells them she's been lying to them. And this scene scared the hell out of me as a child. As a teenager, reading these passages, it terrified the hell out of me because I was like, I can't identify with that. Like I didn't have the ability to understand why she would do that. Like she got away with it. She could have just left.
Yep.
Why is she doing that? And it took it, and then I'm kind of bearing a piece of my soul here, but it took years for me to understand how, not only how difficult that is to do, is to look at your own life and say, yeah, I fucked up. I got away with it, but I
Well,
fucked
Josh,
up. And
what
I
was the
really
motto?
need to come clean.
What was
I
the
was gonna say,
motto when you
Josh.
were junior enlisted? Deny until you die.
Right. Barry.
Yeah,
E4
I mean,
Mafia spills no
very
secrets.
Wait, Josh, that's amazing. Thank you for admitting all that. I imagine
that's
like
awesome.
if this was like a more personal medium, you have stories that basically would say, this is when I changed and this is why, but we don't got to go there.
Oh, I've got stories.
Those stories can be found at our Only Truths account.
You don't know.
Only
oh my
Yashamon's
gosh,
account.
we're
Only
actually
Chains.
get to
Our
see Daniel's
secret
legs.
public, our secret public journal.
Yeah.
No, but it was a very powerful moment to me because Egwene, first of all, was doing something that scared the hell out of me, as I talked about. Second of all, was doing something I did not understand. And third of all, was doing something that even in the face of those first two conditions that I did not understand and was scary to me, I knew was necessary. For
and
her
was right
to do that thing, yeah, it was necessary and correct. It was the right thing to do, and God, that was a really difficult thing for me to wrap my head around as a younger person, and even partially into my adult life.
Well,
to see her do that was just, it was beautiful, and I still think about that to this day. Yeah, I could do something and I could probably get away with it, but that's not the way I want to live my life. I want to live my life with honor. I want to represent, my brothers here at the Black Tower podcast with honor and with grace. I want to represent my friends, the people that I've met throughout the Wheel of Time. I want to represent them with honor, and I want them to know that, hey, if I come to the Black Tower podcast, if I come to their Discord or their forums or anything like that, I want to know that I'm dealing with people who are honest and honorable.
People,
That's not
or
puppets
or beings. Yeah, I will say I have adapted that to my own life as well. I have kids. I have a litter.
A brood.
I got a brood.
You got a brood.
I got a pod. A murder of kids. And when
it's not a phrase you should say.
That's the new thing. It's a murder of crows and a murder of kids.
I got a cacophony of children. Yeah. So when sometimes I have to react, and sometimes I'm not proud of my reactions. I mean, I'm not a physical guy, but I will raise my voice and whatnot. And I've learned the power of going and apologizing and talking calmly afterwards, but saying, hey man, I really didn't mean to, I should not have done that. And just opening up myself, which the Wheel of Time generally does not advocate, especially the Two Rivers does not advocate that sort of opening your soul and admitting wrong. Most of the Two Rivers folks are afraid of being laughed at.
Dennis, it sounds like you're relating to Moraine.
The White Tower especially. I mean, again, they do a lot right, so I don't want to rag on them too hard, but again, the idea that someone might have an idea that goes against tradition, that goes against the way it's been done for hundreds of years. Gentling and stilling can't be healed. The taint can never be removed. If you mess with Terran Grial, you will get yourself killed. There are just so many rules, and a lot of them are there for a good reason.
Treating novices and accepted like shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Do not fuck around with the Angreal you don't already understand.
Yeah,
because you will die.
Yeah, it just, where all of those rules come from. Just like your kids know where all of your rules come from to a certain extent of, okay, well, my mom and my dad are actually looking out for me, but I don't like this one, so I'm not going to follow it. And then when you don't follow it and your dad yells at you...
Right. Right.
Which dads are apt to do. Everyone in chat, I don't want a trigger warning, but dads will yell, and we all have to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, dads get upset. We're like, hey,
parents will get upset.
Parents will get upset.
And if your parents never get upset at you, there's something wrong.
They're on leave.
Not doing something right. Yeah.
It's a funny thing to say, but it's also true. If you, as a child, never get scolded or yelled at by your parents, something's not right.
Yes.
Because children
did not never make a mistake, and they were never perfectly responding, therefore something else was wonky.
Yeah, I mean, to get personal again, we've since rectified, and I love my parents and my dad to death, and he was never physical, but there was a lot of things that my dad said to me growing up that I won't repeat, because if I said it and you ever met my dad, you'd probably punch him straight in the throat. But it's stuff that we talked about later on, and we rectified and stuff, but that stuff still sits back. There's things when you speak out of anger, you can't take back what you say. Once you say it, it's out there.
True.
So learning restraint, and at the very least, the ability to admit that you were wrong and apologize is a massive thing. And stereotypically, at least in the southern U.S., because that's all I can speak from, that is something that is not a tenet of cis maleness, I guess.
Sure. I mean, when it's natural to vent, but when you're venting at the person that caused you offense, it is then scolding and it leaves marks. And so I've learned to lessen my scolding and vent elsewhere and be like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
All right, so Brother Dan, tell us all about your shitty kids. Let's go.
No.
There's nothing.
I'm literally
Your shitty murder of kids. Tell us all of the awful things that they do.
Go ahead, Ryan.
All right, they should get out of prison pretty soon.
Okay,
And they'll be on the show. You're gonna like them. They're like they have face tattoos.
So many Wheel of Time tattoos.
Are they sinners?
On the face.
Just people.
It's on the face.
Big
Totally.
old, Wheel of Time on the face.
Brother Dan, I can't wait for you to show all these life lessons towards how you deal with me.
Oh, Ryan, I don't deal with you at all. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I just piggyback. You're my Bella. You're my Bella, Ryan.
Welcome to the Jerry Springer section of the Black Tower podcast.
Leave cast.
These guys.
I feel like
Pull me back. Pull me back.
As a
Pull
really
me back.
good sort of segue on this is, when it comes to parenting, you've got Tam, who,
Perrin,
or I don't know,
I was going to say Perrin as a
maybe
teenager.
Tom. I don't know, Lon, Tam, Tom,
Tam. Now Tam.
whatever they're gonna say. But
Timmy,
You
literally
silly-
picks up a
Timmy
child
Althor.
off the side of a mountain and says, "Okay, I don't want you to die. I'm going to take
Do
care
you
of
buy that story, Josh?
Look at him.
I do.
This is my boy.
You buy that? You buy that story? You think that he just happened to wander up the side of a mountain and found a fucking baby? You
No,
buy that
I don't
story,
think
Josh?
he happened to want to. I think he woke up from a battle. He was like, "Oh shit, what happened? Oh, I got cut, and now I need to stop the bleeding." What? Why is there?
And
a
then he
baby
picked
crying
up a
nearby?
baby and he held it to his wound to put pressure
Yes,
on it.
the baby.
And then he felt
bandaging.
responsible for the baby when it wasn't dead when he got to the
I
bottom.
gotta swaddle my wound.
That's
Okay,
the
let's
whole
talk
reason
about that
Rand
for
has
just a
red
second.
hair. Oh my god.
It would actually be a really great bandaging. Okay, if you've got a wound, you need to keep it dry, and you need to keep it warm. So you get some cloth, put it on there, put the baby right there, wrap the baby in the cloth. Now the baby's warm.
All right, guys.
And
So
the
here's
wound
what
is
you do.
stoned.
Whoever
Guys.
gets cut by a sword, find yourself a baby immediately.
Guys,
Find
What
the
you need to do is you need to
If you
take
can
that
find the
baby.
placenta.
And what you're gonna do with that baby? What you're gonna do is you're just gonna chop the umbilical cord right there, right there. Just get it going. It's gonna do you.
You
no
can
good
use
at
your
this point.
teeth. It's a little
Hey,
rubbery,
water
but you
towels.
can do it.
Just take the
There's
baby
some
and put
flavoring.
it right on
It's
there
an iron
with the
flavor.
head, just like right there, because redheaded babies are sought after. So go ahead and
Yeah, put the soft spot on your soft spot.
This has been
Alright, so
Child Care 101 with
Tam's
the Black
like,
Tower
here's my
podcast and Way of
question.
the Leaf.
He's
Has anyone here-
nursing
I'm
my-
gonna
he's nursing
postulate-
for my wound. His
Oh, no.
first meal is my blood.
Oh, stop it. Ryan, what were you saying?
All right,
What?
I'm,
What?
this-
I'm
this-
sorry. I
Ryan's
went to-
voice is
I
also
went to
drowned out by the
Murder of
loud-
children.
Sorry, Ryan. Go ahead.
I forgot.
No, Ryan, don't go ahead.
Don't go ahead, brother Dan. Keep going.
No, everybody's grounded.
So the
from
baby's
talking
nursing
for
on the
30
wound,
seconds.
suckling on Tam's wound. Tam has a
Okay.
rib wound. He's bleeding profusely.
Okay.
The saliva from the baby actually heals Tam's wound. That's the only way that he survives. And Tam's blood is the only way that Rand survives. It's
Because he
a
is very salt
symbiotic,
deficient.
gross ass shit.
All right, no. Here's my bold statement. Pam fucking killed Tigran took the baby out of her belly.
He's like, my wife needs a baby.
Knew the prophecy, knew what was going on, and has been like preparing his whole life to get that baby and steal it. Still ran away to a small village and raised him in anonymity.
Maybe Valkyrie Rob was right. Maybe Tam is evil. Holy shit.
It could
Yes.
be.
You take that back.
No. These are not evil gestures.
Out your mouth.
No,
You're
first off, why would a
channeling your
woman be?
MCR right now.
Are we really believing that the AO women they do say they battle as they are pregnant? Are they fucking 9 months pregnant? Are we believing this? Are we believing that there's a 9 month
no, I
pregnant
thought
woman?
That's quite the
once they
journey.
were with child, they weren't supposed to battle.
Well, no, yeah, that was the thing. Is
Also,
Tigraine
But Tigraine was
I
like,
know, but
fuck it, I don't have a
forced
choice.
fucking
her way
months is
into it.
crazy. Like a fully.
But also, how
like,
long did the Aiel war last? If she goes in 3 months pregnant and the war lasts 6 months, like, again, I'm not saying that she'd be encouraged to be on the battlefield at 9 months pregnant, but also, like, when you're fighting a war, shit happens.
My wife was, when she was 9 months
My
pregnant,
wife.
she would pee when she would sneeze.
Yep, I pee when I sneeze.
I just
And I'll
watched a
bet she
TikTok
could
today.
still stab you in the
She-
face with a spear.
She could not fight a war.
All right, everyone in chat, if you've ever experienced peeing while
I'm
sneezing,
sorry.
please
In
tell
what
the Black Tower
world does
podcast.
peeing when you sneeze make you not eligible for battle? Like, what the fuck?
Also,
No, pee when you
it's
trapped by
corollary.
urine.
Daniel, it's
You get
corollary.
trapped by urine.
I mean,
He's like urinating
to
all over
be
the place.
fair, peeing on
To be
yourself is
fair.
a tantamount of being a sniper. So
No, I've never bought that story. I believe either Tam fucking killed Tigraine, or Tigraine was like, "Here, take this baby," and then Tigraine walked off, and Tam's been in his mind, be like, "Yeah, like she died. It's all good."
so
I think
are
Tigraine's
you?
alive.
Is
Like Prince.
Tigraine?
And Weird Al.
Is she Nakomi?
I've thought that.
No. Nakomi is
No,
not
I've definitely thought that. I've definitely
Fuck
100%
out.
thought that Tigraine is Nakomi. 100%.
If she survived, there's no reason to not believe she's not Nakomi.
that is an interesting headcanon.
Well, how much suffering
That
did
is
Bran have to go through, and how much
completely
suffering
not
did
supported by the
Tigraine
source
go through?
material at all.
I mean,
If we're
you
talking
never
about-
see. To be fair, you
Yeah.
see.
To be fair,
Please
You
be
see
fair, always.
Bella die, but according to the companions, she is very much alive. So even
Yeah,
though the
which
books
I
tell
have
you
issue-
that
Andrew,
Tigraine
I have
died,
Because she's
doesn't
the
mean she
creator.
actually did.
No, he was in a fever dream, bro. Fever dream.
Bella's the creator.
We can't believe anything he says in the fever dream. He's like, "Oh, she was dead. I found the baby."
He's-
Yeah, maybe she was. Like, you're in a fever fucking dream.
Well, he
Maybe-
said, that, yeah,
like,
she had
Or
Or
died.
a coma.
maybe they did rock scissor papers and he lost and got the baby.
Maybe Ryan, I'm with you. Maybe she gave birth and she was wounded and Tam killed her. And he's like, she died. I don't know why they have pregnant people, but there was the baby.
Yeah, it was savages.
It's not okay. Let's talk about Tam in his
Sorry.
younger years, though. It's
No,
not entirely
we're not
outside the
talking
realm of
about
possibility.
Right. The black veiled Aiel are the
You don't get to
badass
be
asses
The
motherfuckers.
wise,
Guys, remember,
amazing
Tam-
Tam without
Tam
making
in-
any
yeah.
mistakes.
well, and Tam in the Raven prologue is literally telling a group of children the dragon prophecy. Right?
Right.
Why are we
The
not
story,
assuming that Tam is not like he's telling this fucking story like a goddamn gleeman? Why are we not assuming that he's not been like driven by that story the entire time? We are told that he left Emmonsfield to quote unquote seek adventure. Does Tam seem like a guy who wants to seek adventure?
Exactly.
He's a driven motherfucker. He's like the most. He's the most.
seems like a guy
No,
who
he's
would
a-
go seek adventure.
He's not flippant.
No, he's
You
Those
can't
attached
make
to
the best
story.
apple
very
brandy and be a
different
flippant
fucking
motherfucker.
things. Those are two completely different things. Flippant and leaving the two rivers to find your fortune are two completely different.
All right, right on.
All right, good point. Yeah. I'm out of my britches, but yeah, I don't have britches.
where we're talking about life lessons in the Wheel of Time,
Thank you, Josh.
it would be unfair to assume that Tam that we know from Eye of the World who was prudent, temperate, smart, and wise to be the same Tam that we saw in flashbacks, who fought at the Blood Snows, who found a child on the mount, on the slopes of Dragon Mount. He could not, and is not the same person that we meet in the Eye of the World, because he learns about fatherhood. He learns about, I'm sure he made mistakes with Rand.
Loki is not the same in Endgame or in Infinity Wars as he is.
So ages
deep cut,
He's
but
definitely not the
just
same
saying.
in Endgame. I
So
give you that one.
Josh, you don't believe that like throughout Rand's life, Tam did not believe at any step that he might have the Dragon Reborn as his baby?
Of course not. You absolutely do not think that ever.
I would beg to differ, and I will beg harder.
I mean, Ryan thinks that Tam Althor murdered Carrie Althor just to protect the dragon.
Holy shit.
No, I'm just
Ryan,
kidding.
what is
I'm
wrong
just
with
kidding.
you?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So he never took a wife. He
Stand
kept
before
this
the tower. We
this
shall not
boy,
tolerate this slander.
Well, he did marry
taught him. Wait.
He
Do
did
you want to
marry
tell me?
Kari.
Wait.
He did marry.
Well, let's get into it. He taught Rand the one skill he needed to access the one power. Is that a fucking coincidence?
Yes.
Because
he uses it for archery. He's not a channeler.
He utilizes it himself. And when Rand talks about the flame and the void, Lan also says, I see you've been trained.
Who?
Yeah, Lan.
Right.
A warder.
Who?
It's canon
The
now.
warder.
It's canon. It's canon now.
I'm from the Midwest. It's land.
That's a negative.
Yeah. We're
No,
landers.
Lan is canon now, okay, guys?
You want to hear your options?
And also, there's going to be loads of GIFs of
I will
Lan.
murder you.
No, I believe that.
Okay, Mr. McElwain.
I believe that Lan. But also, like, hey, is there a life lesson here? Like, I believe that Tam fucking saved the world. Tam knew.
Yes.
Tam specifically himself is the father of all time. He's a savior of all time.
So
He
what's the
saved-
life lesson we can learn from what Tam did, Ryan?
Well, like, if you think you have a special child, take that child away from society, homeschool it. Don't let it on the internet. Don't let it see television. Teach him lessons like how to lift a cow and how to udder a moose, and like that's how you raise.
How to udder a moose?
Udder a moose. Yep. What?
Yep.
Andrew, what?
It's not a phrase I've ever heard in my life.
What's the problem with udder?
You do better.
Oh, but
You know what?
because of what you just said, we have our second ever winner of the Triple Broken Crown. Congratulations, Ryan.
Congratulations, Ryan.
It's close enough.
No.
It's close enough.
Making the worst sense ever.
No,
Daniel,
yeah,
were you
it's
not-
close
did you
enough.
not
Dare
get
give
broke?
that out. I was not broken.
Broken
Right.
doesn't always mean laughing maniacally.
Ryan, I think you get a pin that doesn't exist.
I hope so.
I think you're gonna have to try harder than that if you want to actually get that title, Ryan.
Oh no! Yeah.
We'll put your
You
arm
have
up.
5 more
Let's go.
My
minutes.
abs are already got a great workout tonight. So
Did you draw
So-
them on like Ryan?
Guys,
Your laughing abs.
I think another aspect we should point out is there is literally a character named Loyal. And
and
loyalty,
he's loyal as fuck.
loyalty is a
Is he or is he
major
drawn by
theme.
destiny?
No. He's like, hey, Rand, wherever
Whoa.
you're going, I'm your ride or
Balance,
die,
Ryan.
baby.
Balance.
Yeah, let's talk about loyal and balance. This would be a great discussion.
Maybe loyal is a symbolism for RJ's desire to write, because loyal follows the story. He follows what is interesting, what he's going to be able to write about, what is going to become part of history, so he can write about it. So maybe loyal is more symbolic than we think, or maybe I'm just late to the party thinking about this.
Do we believe that Loyal left the setting? Was it 3 years before he met our boy? Do we believe that Loyal left and met Rand as a coincidence, or is it the Tavern pull from a very
Yeah,
It was the
long-
thing is Tavern.
Is it the long con? Is it like is Tavern that long? I mean, are we right?
I
And
mean,
it's-
I'm pretty sure all the Taviran are that long.
I mean,
No, I hear
everybody
that.
seems to
I
enjoy
hear
Matt's
that.
company, so yeah, they're
hear that.
definitely that long.
And then Brother Dan's been called Tavern often.
Yeah, baby.
Congratulations, Brother Dan Johnson.
Hey.
Another day.
All right, but in terms of like life
Are those
lessons, like,
eyebrows in my pocket? Or I'm just happy to see you.
I think the lessons matter if the participants are making real choices or not, to be honest.
I agree.
And I think
Right.
there's real question about whether real choices are being made in this book, or books, but we can get in that in another podcast.
No, there absolutely is no real choices, Ryan. Yeah, you're right. We can get into this, but
There
yeah.
was one person who made real choices. Actually, two people, technically. Their names were Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanders.
Yes, the true Tavern,
Yeah, the creators themselves.
the dark one and the light.
Wow. All right.
Oh man. So any final thoughts about life lessons from the Wheel of Time?
Well, has Daniel
So-
given us a life lesson?
Have you?
I have not, so I will
Oh,
round
shit.
it
Thank
out
you.
here.
Do so now.
Yeah, we got the right arm up, so this is really serious.
Right on, Ryan.
Right arm, thanks. Thanks.
So
right
I
arm,
will
Dan.
say that my real world lesson that I learned from Wheel of Time is that it's not about you. Because even the people who it is about, and one of the things that has been just made so apparent to me ever since we started to do the background breakdowns, is that every character in the Wheel of Time is necessary. I'm not saying that every single one needs to be in the show. I'm not trying to say that you can't, dumb down the story for television and different things like that. But without Rand, with Kalendor, and with Nynaeve and Moraine, at the end of the story going to the Dark One's prison, you don't have victory. And yet, that's not all that was going on. If you don't have Matt and the forces of the light fighting tooth and nail to give them the time that they need to get there, and doing exactly what they need to do to keep the forces of the shadow at bay, you still don't win. If you don't have Aludra helping discover or invent the dragons, if you don't have Androl and his amazing talent for gateways, if you don't have all of this different stuff, you lose. You absolutely lose. And so even in a story where there is someone who is the Messiah, even someone who is the most important person in the universe in some ways, they still can't do it alone. The story isn't just about you. And then you have like ridiculous examples of that where Elida does fucking, 6 different foretellings during like the story, and every single one of them is about someone else, but she stands there the whole time being like, I'm the one I just foretold about. It's me. I'm the special one. And you're like, no, you're not. You're never the special one. It's never about you. And so that's definitely get help. Use help. Ask for help. People around you are there for a reason. People were brought into your life either to help you or challenge you. And whichever one it is that they do, they make you better. Because while you are the protagonist of your own story, you still can't beat the Dark One without him.
Hey, Daniel, are we here to challenge you or help you?
Well, Brother Dan is here to challenge me.
I love that so much. And Daniel, it makes me think of Doctor Who.
Right?
When the doctor says 900 years of time and space, and I've never met anyone who was not important.
Yep.
So, guys, anyone who's listening to this right
It's a great
now,
line.
if you feel like you're not the main character in your own story, or if you feel like life and energy is being poured into someone else, just know that you are the main character in your story. And B, it doesn't matter who the savior of the world is, because they can't do it without you. Period. End of story. No one has ever saved the world by themselves, and no one ever will.
Yep.
We all the world's a stage, and we are merely players, and we all have a part to play. So
And
not
have you
for
ever
1 second
watched
think,
a movie or seen a play where somebody keeps on trying to steal the limelight and never gives anybody else a chance to say lines? It's a shit movie every time. Every time.
Danny, are you talking to your fellow
Yeah,
participants?
yeah.
Are
I
you-
mean,
are you-
when-
is this like
No,
a coded message to your
absolutely not.
team?
I
I'm
am
taking
not,
notes,
no.
and I'm not only hearing, but I'm listening. Daniel,
Blink twice if they
We'll
don't
be
let you
very
speak.
quiet next time, Daniel. Sorry, Jesus.
I
This
appreciate.
is not about podcasts. It's only about movies and play. No. No, but definitely I think that people need to realize when they need to chew some scenery, and when the story is about them. And I think that if the story is about you more often than not, that's not a bad thing.
You're
But
never going to find that cap, Josh.
take some time and
don't
realize
need
that
it.
there are times where you need to choose some scenery, even in your own story, and appreciate when other people are there to help you.
I don't mean to interrupt, Daniel, but what is that? Rum and Coke? What are you, a pirate
Or Josh,
over here,
even
Josh?
Yeah, Josh,
The
what are you doing,
official
Josh?
drink of the Black Tower podcast. Sailor Jerry is
that
like
is-
Coke or Dr. Pepper.
It's
There we
it's
go.
Taint and Coke or Taint and Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Like
yeah,
I literally,
nice.
I don't even know how to find the blue plastic cups like that.
Oh, blue
His cups
plastic
are fucking deceiving. No, his
No,
cups are
these
deceiving.
cups are
Crate and
amazing.
Barrel?
Hold up.
They are massive cups.
They're
Eskimo Joe's. Okay,
Tell me.
if anybody's ever been to
Go
Stillwater,
on.
Oklahoma, Eskimo Joe's, they have the most amazing chili cheese fries, as well as best drinking cups.
Uh-huh.
Buy them at your local sex.
If they saw you walking out with that, would they have tackled you?
Yeah, are you supposed to take that?
You're supposed to
Is Eskimo Joe pissed right now?
no, you're
I
supposed to
believe he would not. I believe he'd be proud. I was born in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and that's where Eskimo Joe's is. And I think Eskimo Joe would be proud that I was promoting. So here's how old this cup is. There's no more markings on it except for like you can barely see it.
There's like sputum.
But
So
it's because I've had this cup for years. And truth be told, and I'm probably
Andrew?
spoiling Christmas for Andrew and Daniel.
Oh.
I give these cups away for Christmas.
Sputum cups.
All right, so when do we agree that they are probably going to change the name because that's problematic?
Never.
Yeah.
It's not
Eskimo Joe's
problematic.
is
Oh,
not
it's right
the
next
kind of
to
place
Gypsy
that would care
Pete's, and it's
even
right-
if-
Eskimo Joe's in Stillwater, Oklahoma, home of Oklahoma State University, with their mascot is Pistol Pete.
So basically, we're looking at 3 guys, 1 cup.
Whoa.
Are we?
Oh,
Okay, here we go.
Oh, 3
This
guys.
is
It's
real?
3
Is it
guys,
fake?
1 taint.
Heyo!
It's
Find
three
out at the
guys,
Gathering
one
Madness
taint.
2021.
Hey, oh, there it is. All right.
Always been 3 guys,
Too
1
soon
taint.
or too old? I can't
Okay,
tell.
so here's the deal. JordanCon is happening today. Okay, for those who are watching as it's released For those who have our YouTube subscribed and the bell turned on and they're waking up Friday morning, they're like, oh shit, look, Black Tower Podcast just released a new podcast. It's Friday morning, it's JordanCon day, and you're putting on whatever cosplay you have deemed necessary for day one of JordanCon. And I need you to understand two things. One, these life lessons are absolutely amazing. And I hope that the Wheel of Time has affected you as positively as it has affected all of us here, because, I mean, this is why we're here. And number two, if you see us at JordanCon, you should come get one of these super awesome Black Tower Podcast bracelets from us.
I want one.
Indeed. Also, if you are seeing this the morning of, and it is day one of JordanCon, go check out Twitter all day, because we are going to have a very special announcement on Twitter and possibly Instagram to come find us to get your special edition Black Tower Sword coin or Black Tower Dragon coin.
That's
which
right.
is a Patreon exclusive, and will
honorary Ashaman.
Honorary Ashaman.
Okay.
Ashamanly.
So if you are a true Ashaman, keep a lookout on your Twitter and possibly your Instagram, because we will be posting how you can get your very own sword coin or dragon coin from one of your three illustrious hosts here when we are physically at JordanCon in Atlanta. So there you go. In Hotlanta.
And if I can give my own JordanCon little PSA, I know there's going to be a lot of fucking going on this weekend. You guys have been in pandemic. You guys have developed some relationships online.
Yeah, save some from Daniel, please.
I know there's going to be some fucking, right?
Yeah.
So, toss a little this way to the BTP, guys.
Yeah. Seriously.
I got my tape tossed at JordanCon.
That needs to be a shot glass. No. I'm gonna put that together. I got my taint tossed at JordanCon.
I don't think JordanCon would endorse that saying.
Yeah, of course not.
You know what? Andor doesn't endorse the Black Tower, but here we fucking are.
Andor?
With these coins, if you're not familiar with the metric of challenge coins, at least in the U.S. Armed Forces, there's a thing that you can do where generally it's service members together. They go out and they meet up at a bar or something, and you do a coin check.
You put them on your nipples.
And the first round is seeing who doesn't have a coin. Whoever does it, if you only have, if you have people that don't have a coin, they buy the next round.
So it's like push-up contests and stuff?
Kind of.
Okay.
But if everybody has a coin, then it goes down to who has the least illustrious coin. So for our coins, if you show up and you have 7 people and 6 people produce this coin, which is our sword coin or the dedicated coin.
Yeah.
Like at the Olive Garden, when you go in to get a table, you just like everyone shows the coin.
Yeah.
In the chat, Snakes and Foxes says it's like AA in reverse.
Yeah.
yes, Snakes and Foxes, please join our Discord. Fuck
but then the 7th person pulls out this coin, our Ashaman coin, the dragon coin. That person would be the one person that doesn't have to pay for any of the drinks in whatever round you do the coin check in. It's not mandatory, but it's a fun kind of game. Nobody's going to force you to actually pay for it. But if you have coins already and you're attending JordanCon, or you get coins from us physically at JordanCon, and you come across us at one of your minty, tainty dispensaries in the area, we are always down to play the coin game. Spoiler warning, this is the one that stays in my wallet. So
I would also like to say,
I'm
going to throw this out right now. If anyone attending JordanCon is one of our patrons that has a coin already, present it to me and I will buy you a drink.
Well said, Josh. Well said.
I will also second that. If you see me and Josh and Andrew, yeah, right. If you see
Black
any
Tower
of us and
stands
the
united.
others
We'll all buy you a
aren't
drink.
around, we will buy you a drink.
We'll get you fucked
Whichever
up.
one of us is there, and if all
Holy
three
shit.
of us are there, you might just be getting a lot of shots.
You might
I
fall
think
asleep
they all
on
need
Friday
to,
and
but
wake
I
up on
but I
Sunday.
do believe they have to agree and maybe sign a consent to be filmed so we could all watch this. Please.
Also,
Consent to be filmed.
just
Ryan,
FYI,
Ryan,
we
have
will
you-
definitely be filming a lot of different stuff at JordanCon.
Do
People
tell.
may or may not have bought special equipment for filming for JordanCon. So come see us. Come hang out.
Talking about.
So here's the thing. Here's the deal, guys.
I tested it
We
the other
love
day. It
you.
works pretty well.
We're
Nice.
happy that you were here. We're happy that you have joined us. We're happy to see you at JordanCon. We're happy to see you anywhere. And I will extend the coin presentation. If you present a coin to me anywhere, anytime, drinks on me. I will not even answer the challenge.
Same.
This
As long as
is
it's
one
not
of
at my
those-
house unannounced. If you let me know you're coming first, like that's fine.
We're
So-
going.
so-
Everybody,
so-
we're going to Andrew's house.
Yeah, so you basically show Josh a
1,
coin
2, 3,
and then
4 Main
dump a
Street.
drink on his head.
No, but
Drinks on Josh.
there will be no response, no return challenge. If you ever meet me in real life and you've got a coin on me and you present that coin to me, that is an automatic pass to
Anal.
a free drink and a place.
I thought it. I absolutely thought
Okay,
it, and then
well,
it just came out of somebody
that's
else's
why you got me
mouth.
on, and I leave.
I love
never-
that.
You never see me again.
God damn, I need to get one of them coins. I need one
Yeah,
of them
you
coins.
do.
Daniel, can you send me 5 coins?
I cannot send you
So-
5 coins.
Okay,
Can
wait
you
a
send
minute,
me
wait a
10
minute.
coins?
I can tell you
A
right now. Here,
registered nerd just break all three of us.
I don't think so.
That it was the coin is a pass to anal that broke us. So
I want
If-
that's what I'm
Josh's
saying.
V card.
Yes. No, that was Ryan. Ryan.
So
said
if
it.
Ryan didn't, or if the earning of the triple broken crown was contested before, if nothing else, with before and then, I think it
Broken
qualifies.
crown.
Thank you. Triple broken
Which-
crown goes to.
Can I just tell you,
Ashamali.
I do not know if my other compatriots will join me in this, but I think that there might need to be a physical reward for Broken Crown members.
Oh,
I mean,
At some
please.
point.
I
Again,
definitely
just-
support the
I feel like
decision.
what
I
needs
don't
to
know
happen is
exactly when it'll happen and exactly what it is,
I
but
like foot
there will be
massages.
something at some point.
Your
I feel
second,
like what
your
needs to
second
happen
little
is-
Papa Dick? That's awesome.
your Soravan Mahale needs to design a triple broken crown
Ooh.
logo that is exclusively only to triple broken crown earners.
We're gonna go.
Ryan,
we're gonna go
so
get
I'm the
3
first, right?
Burger King
Ryan, you've
crowns
done it.
and break them
You
into
know,
3 pieces.
You also need to I apologize if anybody tries for the triple crown and fails, you will be turned into glue because that's how this works. Either you get the crown or you're glue. There is no in between.
Did
There he is. Brother
Oh,
Dan.
Yeah. Well,
I
Dan,
tried
Dan,
to
you
kill
feeling
y'all.
Lucky Dan.
Fuck.
Anyway. Well,
Anyway.
thank you
Holy
so much
Christ,
for
guys!
being here.
I'm
We've
so
had
happy.
a great time. This has been one of our longer episodes because we just can't stop having fun with these 2 silly,
Can't stop, won't stop, can't
ridiculous,
stop, won't stop.
wondrous, illustrious puppets. But thank you so much for being here, everyone who was listening. We actually had a pretty nice, solid group of people listening today, and that is extremely exciting. So thank you so much for coming and listening live. If you're not listening live, that's also totally fine. We do like you as well. We are glad you're here. We definitely recommend going ahead and taking a look at our Patreon. It is just $1 a month to go ahead and get the live listens every
For
Tuesday.
just $1 a month.
Right, and we had someone who joined in mid show and
We
was able to
absolutely
enjoy
did.
half of this insanity. And it's
And
only
in
$1 a
fact,
month, guys.
I am not saying that this was on purpose, because it very, 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 very much was not. However, I will also say that if you are a Patreon and you listen live, you could listen to the Lost Dane episode as it was happening, and no one else would ever be able to hear it because Daniel's a fucking idiot and will delete
The taint
and will
affects
not
us
have
all.
the audio.
You have one up on me. I have no idea what was in the lost episode.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
I wasn't
true.
there.
There are
It's
absolutely
true.
cool things. Again, we try not to make mistakes. We absolutely do our absolute best to bring you everything that we have promised and to give you everything that we owe you and things like that. But there are things that happen, and sometimes people say dumb stuff or don't say anything at all. Or at least their audio wasn't picked up. And then you are the only people who actually get to hear it because you are a Patreon and you listen to live.
Yes.
And it is absolutely fantastic.
Incentive.
Guys, $1 a month is like what? Like 0.2 cents
$12
a
a year?
day? What is it? 25 cents like
0.2
a
cents
week?
day.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys.
I don't think you
Fuck.
understand how many days are in a
There's
Yeah.
you get like
It's
negative.
like
It's
30
like
cents a
negative
day.
0.32
money
cents
each
a
day.
Is Sarah McLaughlin on Cameo so we can get her to do a plug for our Patreon?
No, I feel like here's the dog. This
I feel like we need to go to
David.
Cameo right now. I feel like the best cameo ever was Gilbert Gottfried as the Dark One.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think who was it that did
That
that?
was a good one.
Talk random.
Talk Ranriot.
Ranriot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, if you haven't seen that, guys, you need to subscribe to Taka Ranriot. Plug for Taka Ranriot. They are absolute mad lads, and they got Gilbert Gottfried to read the lines of the Dark One.
Randall Thor.
Randall Thor.
So I had always pictured.
Look at this. I'm
no-
so upset I'm molting.
Molting. I'm so ticked off that I'm molting.
You might recognize his voice from his voiceover work on 50 Shades of Grey.
Imagine if
But
the
then
voice.
when he got down to like clitoris,
You like that? I like that.
Imagine if the show has Randall Thor as the voice of Luce Theron.
you mean Gilbert Gottfried?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Gilbert Gottfried.
Kill them all.
Yeah.
Kill them all.
No, you know what would be even better than Luce Theron? I really want Gilbert Gottfried as the voice of Machin Shin.
You know you were gonna say that.
Want to tear the
It's
flesh.
the flesh. The blood so
marrow.
sweet.
Suck
Guys,
the marrow.
Speaking of Washington, my headcanon is that there's like some innocent dude in the middle, or woman, or them, in the middle of Washington being like, guys, help me out. Can anyone help me?
Yeah,
I don't know what
are we
these people
supposed to
saying.
join this
Why are
chant?
they're just yelling crazy shit? I'm
They're
like, can you
just-
just anyone help me out, please? I'm
Just sitting
lost.
there like John Travolta just.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Lost John Travolta. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank
Oh
you
my
so much for
God.
tuning in. Way of the Leaf, you guys are fucking amazing. We love you so much.
Where can
We
everybody
always
find
love
you?
Amazing
interacting
every
with you.
night. Yeah, every night.
Much
we're
deserved. Much
amazing.
deserved.
Where can the people find you? If they want to go look for the Puppets of Time, where can they find you?
Brother Dan, Rochambeau.
Well, all right. So we do a first time reader show every week, and then on Sundays we do a tavern talk where we speak spoiler talk. Lips are loose, the rumors fly.
Lips of loose there
like
speak spoilers.
Scud missiles in Iraq.
That's a new one.
That's our song.
We do 2 shows a week. We've been on a little hiatus, but our 3rd season is starting in just a couple of weeks. You can find us on Twitter, I think on Instagram.
Historically, the best of all the seasons.
What's the 3rd season's the best?
Historically.
Okay.
Just look at the average 3rd season of a show. It's
Oh.
usually pretty good.
Which is crazy
Daniel,
because
you-
Black Tar Podcast is coming into its 3rd season.
These are prescient notions, Daniel. Like, we have so much ahead of us. We have so many cool things in store. And obviously, hopefully, you guys will be on bringing your incredible beerness.
Yeah, Daniel.
Us?
Yeah,
Yeah, Daniel.
Oh, stop it.
But
We'd love
this is not relevant. You can cut this out, but
Well, and hopefully Josh can hang out too.
God
'cause
damn
Josh,
it, they took my kid.
it's been a while since I've seen you, Josh. I've seen your other boys here, but you're like Dumbledore. It's like when you show up, everyone goes, "Oh shit, oh shit, Josh is here too." You're the headmaster.
You honor me. Thank you so much. You honor me.
I feel like when we get to see you, it's like between like when the drummer of Blink-182 comes out of rehab, you get to see him for a little bit. You make some where is he?
Yeah, yep. It's like that too.
All right,
did you
well,
break
there
the
you
towers?
go. That is the ultimate cement of the triple broken crown.
If you finish this episode and you're like, look, I need even more content creators, make sure you head over to thegreatblight.com, where it seems like most of our souls reside.
All right, guys. Well, as we all know here at the Black Tower podcast, not everything that is touched by the shadow is lost. And that is totally true for thegreatblight.com. Now, Nablus and his team have done an amazing job of going ahead and putting this together, and it is possibly the greatest resource for those of us here in the Wheel of Time community. First off, you have this awesome homepage with posts from a bunch of your favorites. You can go and check out new things that you've never seen before, keep up to date on content creators that you already follow, and just go ahead and dip as many of your toes or your entire foot as you want into all of the different things that are going on. Now, also here, there is probably the best list of content creators. There's YouTubers, podcasters, artists, musicians, just about everything you could want. And if you don't see your favorite content creator there, that's fine. There is an application included in the site to go ahead and make sure that your favorite content creator is part of it. Just encourage them to fill out the application, and Nablus will be in touch. Now, after you've gone ahead and checked that out, you're going to want to pop over to the ever-expanding library here at the Great Blight, because it is something particularly special. Now, I don't know how many times I've gone ahead and joined a fandom only to find out halfway through my first read, looking up a character, that they die in the second to last book, which sucks. It always is very disappointing when you can't look up anything interesting about what you've read for fear of things that you haven't read yet. But they've fixed the problem over at thegreatblight.com. It is a spoiler-free wiki. That's right. That means that if you've only read up to Path of Daggers and you really want to find out what in the world you missed about Egwene because there's something you just don't understand, or if you want to get more information about Rand because you think he's super cool, you don't need to read past Path of Daggers, and it's not going to ruin you on a Memory of Light before you've gotten there. You'll know exactly where to stop. You'll know exactly where you are. And once you're done with that, make sure that you go ahead and help the site out, the content creators out, everything like that, with the beta nature of it. Up here at the top, you're going to see a problem, have a suggestion button. That is specifically for if you have any issues with the site or if you have any feedback. It's only something that we can make better with feedback and with help from the community. So come on down, check it out. Grab a couple of our videos or grab a couple of our podcasts, and we'd love to see you there.
And you can find an incredibly intuitive and generally complete list of content creators, YouTubers, podcasters, artists, musicians. So I'm just going to keep talking
Josh,
while my co-host dies.
Live, Josh. Josh, breathe in, out. In, out.
Make me
Think
count
of
or you're out.
and you can tell by the way I use my walk.
You made him laugh
Every
so hard he's
medical
turning
emergency, I
into
just
50
yell,
Shades
"Live."
of
Staying
Grey.
alive, staying alive.
Josh is
I
becoming
think
50
I'm
Shades of
agile.
Grey.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much
in
for
the middle
being
of
here. We
plugs.
love you.
Yeah.
We love
Do the
Leafcast.
plugs.
Just because you stopped choking doesn't mean that
Just because you survived doesn't mean the show is over.
He just launched right into
Josh is like, I'm about to
trying
die.
to survive. That's me
We're
ending the
almost there.
show trying to survive.
Well, while Josh is
die.
fighting for survival, you can go and not have to fight to find links to our other fellow content creators, like I said earlier, on the Great Blight, as well as a fantastic, ever-evolving wiki that Nablus has developed with his fantastic team over there. When you get done with that, make sure you head over to New Creations by Jen, the home of the true Frosty Mug Society, where you can find Frosty Mugs from the Black Tower podcast, also from The Way of the Leaf, Dr. Talks, Kate Reading and Michael Kramer, and a ton of other fantastic Wheel of Time content creators. Everybody loves merchandise, and one of the best possible places to go and get yourself some really dope Wheel of Time inspired and themed merchandise is, of course, newcreationsbyjen.com. So whenever you go to newcreationsbyjen.com, whether you're looking for just Wheel of Time inspired stuff or not, you can find all kinds of really cool merchandise and goodie opportunities, all the way from gifts for your family, friends, significant others, whoever have you, newborns, children, toddlers, women, men, adults, anybody that wants anything, you can find something for them for sure on New Creations by Jen. Now, most of you listening are going to be looking for Wheel of Time stuff. And the easiest way to find it is to go to the catalog section on New Creations by Jen, where you can see the groups of stuff for us at Black Tower Podcasts, Malkir Talks, Talking Around Riyadh, Will Reads, The Will Weaves, and Weekly Will News. So you can find all of this stuff, and you can browse and look at all the different kinds of things that each content creator that is a part of New Creations by Jen's has taken and asked Jen and Rob to put up on the site. Obviously, we're going to use ours as an example so that you can go in and look at Black Tower podcast stuff, because we are the Black Tower podcast. So if you go on, you can get our Two Rivers Sniper shot glass as well as Two Rivers Sniper shirt. It's available on a red shirt. So you can go on and you can get our Frosty mug, which is one of the Frosty mug collectibles. Each Wheel of Time content creator that is on New Creations by Jen has a Frosty mug that you can go in and get for yourself. So after you get ours, make sure you get the others and get the entire set and join the Frosty Mug Society. Of course, there's more than just Frosty mugs and little shot glasses, and there's plenty of different kinds of shirts with different designs on them from all of the different content creators. Of course, you can find ours where you can get our logo in black and white on a shirt. I have one myself. It's fantastic and I love it. Jen and Rob do an amazing job of working with not only their customers but the content creators that they help support with this amazing and very good quality merchandise. So if you have not head over to New Creations by Jen and gotten yourself something dope, make sure you go and do that. Again, it's newcreationsbyjen.com. And a bunch of other merch, things like our Two River Sniper shot glass.
Oh, snap.
Which is one of the best shot glasses ever created.
It's one of the best shot glasses ever created.
Game of Wonders.
But with all of that said and done, humongous thank you as always to the puppets of the Way of the Leaf for agreeing to come onto our show and just being as amazing as you gents always are. It was a pleasure to meet Donatello.
Yes, Donatello.
Brother Donatello.
And Asha Manley Ryan.
Yep.
Asha Manley.
And also the special cameo
tattoo,
of Asha Manley Dan.
Please do.
We have here's Brother Donatello.
Sorry, Asha Manley Danley. That's right.
Asha Manley Danley.
Asha Manley Danley.
Asha Manley Brother Danley. It's Asha Manley Brother Danley is the canon.
Asha Manley Brother Danley.
That's me.
But at night he turns into Brother Donatello and he fights crime
and eat pizza. Cowabunga.
Does he do that with Fael?
With some rat. I don't know his name. Is it Fael?
With some rat.
Yeah.
That would be Master Splinter.
I don't know his name. He is
The secret of my L.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being awesome. You guys know where to go. crystalbarista.com, blacktowerpod.com, greatblight.com. There's a lot of .coms that you need to go to. You need to go look up The Way of the Leaf because they're awesome. They're amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, subscribe. We
and
need
like
subs.
and subscribe here. Yeah, for sure.
We need subs. We're on a sub
They
mission.
do. They do. They're DOMs. They need subs.
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, kind of. But we love you guys. Go to blacktowerpod.com. Look up some of our beautiful merch. Come see us at JordanCon. All three of us will be there at JordanCon. We'll be passing out these slick bracelets. We've got swag. We've got fun. It's going to be awesome. We want to see you there. We want to hang out with you there. We're super appreciative to all of you there. We're super appreciative to all of you listening in here tonight. You guys are amazing. It's why we do this. We would probably just talk about Wheel of Time anyway, but the fact that you guys are here makes it like just that much more special to us. So thank you legitimately from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of our black tainted hearts. Thank you.
From the bottom of our black tainted
From the bottom of our tainted
Thank you
hearts.
so much.
I have
for
been
listening to the Black Tower podcast.
we need he is on Cameo.
We're gonna
We
get
need him
sued
to do
for
a
copyright
spoiler.
infringement from how well you do.
We need
Godfrey.
him.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, right.
How much would it cost to get Gilbert Gottfried to do a spoiler warning for the Black Tower
I
podcast?
don't care.
We'll have to ask
However
Tucker
much
on
it
the air.
is, we will be doing it.
It
I
needs
will
to
donate.
happen.
I'll donate to that.
You know what? No. You know what? That'll get us Billy Zane. If you offer him money to do a spoiler warning for us,
Billy fucking Zane.
You can just see Gilbert Godfrey now just be like, welcome to the Black Tower podcast, where we're still waiting for Billy fucking Zane to answer.
Billy fucking Zane. That's all you need is those 3 words.
Thank you so much for tuning in. From all of us here at the Black Tower podcast and our honorary Asha Manleys from the Way of the Leaf podcast, I have been barely hanging on to life.
Hey, Josh, I did not get you to spit this time. Every episode, I really want to spit take. I think I've gotten 2 out of you. This is
Andrew, Daniel, Josh, thank you very much for having
tonight
us
I
on.
didn't spit. Tonight I swallowed.
Hey, I love you guys. You guys
Progress.
are our
Progress.
favorites, and thanks for having us on, man.
Yeah. I have been your Bajan Mahel, Andrew, and to round us out, our absolutely fabulous, illustrious flag bearer, take it away, Daniel.
and I have been your Armin Hail Daniel. And from all of us here at the Black Tower podcast, we hope that you're having a wonderful morning. And in case we don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
You've been having so much trouble just fitting